build up.
Here I come, hip hop's #1 son. Or truth be told, I'm more like a younger brother. Cause I've been around since people thought they so they great were brothers. And my philosophy is to master ceremonies and attack all your phonies. And yes, I move the crowd. I got it made and I'm black and I'm proud. I walk like a panther and I rock my bells. I play my radio loud cause I'm raising hell. And I spit to these dark shells and can taste the smell. Yo, it ain't hard to tell. Ride track like Dale Earnhardt. I never die broke, son. I always earn hard. And I always stay humble and I give it all to God. I'm mysterious, peculiar, and a little odd. I am I-B, I am the E. All I want before I die, the track is Dre or Primo B. Honestly, most MCs ain't effing with me. Sonically, my lyrical pathology masters me to dispense some meaningful
Poetry.
or some wisdom in my lines, or some truth in my rhymes, or even reminiscing of a couple of dimes. Either way, son, I'm telling you, you gon' respect mine. Yes, I always shine every single day. You know I don't play, cause I studies the secrets of this society. And I teach it to my sons every other day. If it comes to gunplay, I promise victory. My pops was sent away, but my mom was too strong. So now she just loves hearing all of my songs. And
Mr. Ma.
like my name was King Kong. I'm almost over here, just finished with the song. My joint is so long, I'm not talking about that. So I want you to listen that you need to step back. Truth is, you need to come as you are. I'm a rap superstar, and you're in your car, blasting your music. You always gotta choose it. True hip hop, you should never abuse it. I fuse it, and you amuse it. Honestly, on the radio they confuse it. I am Eric Taylor, baby. So come as you are and don't mess with me.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Come As You Are by E Complete off my second album, Truth Speaker, recorded in the Bronx at TME Studios with my boy Fred Ones, Jay Styles. Wow. Yeah. The same studio where Just Ice and Karis One recorded. And Just Ice heard the title track of my second album in the studio, True Speaker. And the legendary hip hop artist, Just Ice, told me he loved my song and loved my verse for True Speaker. That's hip hop. That's hip hop history. I'm E Complete. I'm Eric Taylor. Taylored2U Astrology. It's Knowledge is Love, episode 104. 104. Tonight we're talking about, it's the end of Sagittarius season. The moon is in Libra. I think right now at 2 degrees. I think we're rocking with a Gemini rising. And in honor of that, I said, you know what? I skipped from Scorpio to Capricorn. How am I forget about Sagittarius? My mother-in-law and my cousin got this rising. Sagittarius rising sign ascendant. We're gonna go through it.
Sorry.
The floating desk is rocking, and the truth is here. Say what's up, Truth.
Hi.
Uh-huh. We'll get to his rising soon. You know what I'm saying? You gotta skip around a little bit. We'll go in order for a minute, but you know, we gotta rock. Did you bring the cheese thing?
Oh yeah.
So, how's everybody doing tonight? We're gonna break it down, let everybody come in the room. You know, I'll make some announcements before I start breaking it down. But Sagittarius ascendant, the chart ruler is Jupiter. Jupiter is at home in Sagittarius and Pisces and exalted in Cancer. I'll be your private dancer. Throw that away from me. Okay. Yeah. So you'll see. I'll put it up in community, but it's on the Twitter, Taylored2U Coaching Facebook. I'm having trouble getting stuff on the IG. I gotta see if little man could help me with that. I don't know why it's not going from the computer to the files in the phone, but I'm offering a free mini chart giveaway. Okay. So what do you have to do? December 24th, 25th, and 26th, I will select one winner. Someone that follows me at Taylored2U Astrology on Instagram and also follows me on Twitter. You can do either or both. If you do both, you get, multiple entries into the raffle. On Twitter, you need to retweet it. You can comment. On Instagram, you can tag a friend and you need to comment, but you need to follow Taylored2U Astrology on Instagram and on Twitter at Taylored2C and at Big 3 Astrology. I'm doing a free mini chart, and you can choose a free mini career, breaking down the best energies for you for your career, free mini relationship chart, right? Looking at the Juno, the Jupiter, the Venus, the seventh house, all that good stuff, or a free mini hater chart, looking at your frenemies, your enemies, your secret haters. We can see that in the birth chart. So that's it. This is in honor of Hanukkah, Christmas, and Kwanzaa, and I'll be making the selections on December 24th, 25th, and 26th and announce the winners. And, I am busy because a lot of people are booking, taking advantage of my birth chart sale, which ends December 31st at midnight. So please email me directly at Taylored2U, the number 2, the letter U, Taylored2U coaching at gmail.com. I'm going to try to see if I can change that in the new year, just like my thing here. I'm going to try to make it T2UC and get that easier for you guys, but that's what it is right now. And so the birth chart sale, the free giveaway, I did the free webinar a couple of weeks ago, December 3rd, on Saturn and Pisces and Pluto and Aquarius. I'm like Black Santa. I'm in the mood, to be given. So I'll be doing 3 free mini charts. So it's a great time for you to jump in. And all you got to do is follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which you should be doing already. What the heck is wrong with you? You ain't following your boy. Show me some love.
Okay. We have a new person.
Oh, new person. Who's that?
Miko Hart.
What's up, Miko Hart? How you doing?
Hi. Hope you all are doing well.
Doing well. We're going to jump into Sagittarius Rising. I hope you're doing well on this pre-holiday weekend. This is the, official last weekend before Christmas. I mean, Christmas is next Sunday, so you still have Friday and Saturday to do shopping and stuff. But, the holidays are here. Hanukkah begins on the 19th. Christmas the 25th. Kwanzaa the 26th. So, things are moving along, and 2023 is upon us. There's a lot astrologically coming up in 2023. And I'm I'm on a little early. I normally come on at 8, sometimes 9, 7:30. So I'm sure people will be coming and jumping in, maybe a little late. If not, they'll catch us on the replay. So we got somebody here, and I'm going to get started and rock with it. So Sagittarius, the Archer on the ascendant. So, the chart ruler is Jupiter. So in the first house, it's your physical appearance, your outer mask. It's from like the upper jaw to the crown chakra, the top of your head. It's your I am energy. Okay. And when you have Sagittarius here, you want to look in your 12th house zodiac wheel. I'm a Western tropical astrologer. I use the whole sign system. I recommend astro.com. Use the whole sign system. And that way you can really see. And if you want to see the true black moon Lilith in the bottom right corner of miscellaneous, you put in H13. And I got to try to see if I can put in that 11911 for the angel asteroid. I didn't get to do that since Danny recommended it and somebody gave me the number. I got to try that. Excuse me. I've been crazy busy doing charts and doing some writing on my book and all. I'm making moves, okay? 2023 is going to be a big year for your boy, all right? Getting things done. So, including, I may have an announcement on the 19th or 20th, might be announcing the start of my intro to basic astrology class, which will probably be sometime in February now. But I'm excited and just trying to find the best day and all that stuff. It's going to be an 8-week course. So that should be starting probably after the Super Bowl. And I was going to do during the week, but everybody's lives are so hectic. I think I might just have to rock it on Sunday mornings. I think that might be the best time for the people. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But look for that announcement probably December 19th or 20th, somewhere around there. I might want to announce it while Jupiter's still in Pisces. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so that first house, Sagittarius, you want to look in your chart to see where Jupiter is. It's the bachelorette sign. They're about their beliefs and philosophies. They love foreign land and travel, exploring. Sagittarius can't sit still. It's a mutable fire sign. They're highly intelligent. They're very fortunate, optimistic, lucky people. They love gaining and absorbing and learning knowledge and wisdom. And then they like to share it. They're good storytellers. They're very funny, charismatic. It's the last of the fire signs. That's where the sun has this planetary joy in the ninth house, which is associated with Sagittarius. And they're highly intelligent people. Okay. And this is not the sun sign, it's just the rising sign. So when you get to the second house of the toddler energy, your savings, investing, how you earn money, your food, your speech. What up, Matt Gaming? The survival skills, your five instincts, right? Your family values, your self-worth, self-love, all that stuff. You have Capricorn. So for the Sag rising folks, in that important house of family, sometimes it can be challenging because you can have some restrictions, to your earnings, to your speech, to your family values. Your family could be very mature, older parents, very serious. There can be some fears and anxieties and limits, delays to your earning early on in your early 20s and stuff. It will definitely dissipate after Saturn returns and you are, putting in that work and discipline. But you're going to be pretty mature as a young kid. You may even have some restrictions to the food you're eating. Okay. And sometimes you can have some issues I've seen with Sagittarius risings with their self-worth and self-love. Okay. That can definitely happen here. And remember the house ruler for Capricorn, that's Saturn. So you would look to see where Saturn's in your chart, and that will flavor the theme and energy of your second house story. Okay. Same with the third house for Aquarius. That's your skills, self-efforts, kindergarten through fifth grade. It's your siblings, cousins, your neighbors, your local community, the kids you play with around the hood, right? This is your writing, communications. This is where we see younger siblings, extended family, like I said, social media, your local community, 50 miles or less. It's cars, buses, trains, Uber, skateboard, motorcycle, unicycle, whatever you get on. And it's travel, right? You could be in New York on the 2 train, the 1 train. I used to take the 2 train to the BX for work every day. And the 1 and 9 train to school every day in high school. So that Aquarius, Saturn, co-ruled by Uranus, but you look at the Saturn, this makes your communications and your sometimes relationship with your siblings and cousins a little cold and detached. You can have half siblings, step siblings. A lot of Sagittarius risings will have that, or they can have a weird or bizarre, very unique sibling. You yourself could be the black sheep of the family. You can always be thinking about like astrology and aliens and technology and innovation in the future. It's a forward-thinking energy. And you could be a little kind of different and unique in school growing up. Other kids want to, learn about history, and you're like, oh, I want to learn about science and technology. And this could have been like in the 70s. You're like, you were like into laser discs and used to watch the Jetsons, your favorite cartoon, all that type of stuff. It's very much about communicating about astrology, aliens, UFOs, esoteric knowledge. But it's a forward-thinking energy in the third house. Okay. I've seen a lot of people with this energy have like a weird sibling or actually a half sibling, and sometimes adopted siblings or step siblings for Sagittarius risings. That's very common. And so when you get to the fourth house, and if you have any questions or comments, let me know, what you think or anything you want to ask about the Sagittarius ascendant or the houses as I'm going along. You can, comment in there down below. Um, the fourth house for the Sagittarius. And where's Stephen the Jupiterian? This is his ascendant in his fourth house, Pisces. So you're Sag rising, Pisces in the fourth house. This is your mom, your roots, your nurturing, your caring, convenience, right? Did you have a nice fridge in the home, a nice car, this and that? This is the childhood home, adult home, retirement home, sixth, seventh, eighth grade, middle school, right? But it's also buildings that you would go to, church, after school program, your friend's house, you know, um, you took art classes, whatever it is. You would see that here in this fourth house. So when you have Pisces here, your home could have been very spiritual, a lot of creativity, a lot of imagination, depending on what planets you have here. But just with the Pisces, you might be a little unrealistic or idealistic about your childhood in the home. You might not have seen it so clearly, and there could have definitely been an energy where maybe you saw some spirits, some ghosts, some angels in the home. Like I said, it depends on what planets are here, especially for the younger generations that they have Uranus or Neptune here. You could really have some wild experiences in the cribbo growing up. Okay. You may live near water or you may desire to live near water. You could have a water feature in your home. You could definitely talk a lot or watch a lot of movies in the home. It's film, photography. And sometimes, I don't like to throw this on people, but sometimes, mom or dad could, have some issues with chemicals or alcohol abuse or any addictions and stuff. It can happen, but you'd have to look more at what planets are there. You know what I mean? To really tell the theme and story of Mom Dukes and just growing up and just, all those types of things. Okay. So any questions or comments?
No.
No? Okay. It's just you here, right? Was it Mika?
Weekend, Matt Gaming.
Yeah. So okay. Matt Gaiman, I know your info. Mika, you can let me know your big three, your sun, moon, and rising, and you can ask some questions and stuff, and I'll answer them for you. Okay. Um, and if you don't know, you can always email me. I can help you figure that stuff out. But maybe you know astrology. Taylored2coaching@gmail.com. So for the Sag rising, the trine, the easy flow of energy, the trine to the fourth house is a square. Some opportunities for growth, discomfort and stuff, challenging energies. But the trine to the fifth house is Aries. This is the house of children, creativity, hobbies, speculative gains. You're dating, romance, fun sex, high school, college, ancient studies, right? In high school and college, you're learning about world history, all this history stuff. It's ancient studies. It's also political discussion and debate. It's the stage, any stage where you perform, right? This is like singing, dancing, poetry, sculpting, rhyming, tap dance, ballet, it's also fantasy sports, gambling, speculative gains, starting your own business or an entertainment career, right? It's speculative. You don't know how much money you're going to get when you're doing acting or painting or whatever, Um, it's also, like I said, political discussion and debate. And it's the 11th house is like politics, just like the fifth house is the stage, the 11th house is the big event or the arena. And past life karmas too, you guys, you can see in the fifth house. So with Aries, it's very assertive, aggressive. You might initiate a lot of things. You're like, oh, I want to start this business. Oh, I want to date this guy, date this girl. I want to do this, that. I want to be creative. First, I want to do poetry, and then you're like, oh, I want to do tap dancing. Like, oh, ma, can I take singing lessons? You're like all over the place. Aries doesn't like the word no. It's very childlike. It can be accident prone. So high school, college years. Watch out for driving fast, not like the Taurus, but still, having a lot of fun and just being intense and passionate. And you could play a lot of sports. Sagittarius risings can be pretty talented at sports and play a lot of sports during high school and college, or just be really competitive. Maybe you watch a lot of sports too. That can definitely happen. You could be one of those people that's like, oh, I want to be a fireman or a policeman, because Aries is associated with fire, but metal, and it's a cardinal fire sign. All right. So it's an interesting energy. And, you can have very athletic children. Your first child could have that Aries sun, moon, rising, or that type of Mars archetype. It could be into sports and competition, or even a young doctor, a surgeon. And when you're looking at the medical careers, you look at Aries, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, Pisces. Capricorn's more dentist, but those are the kind of realms of the whole health industry, those signs. Not saying that other signs cannot be, so don't, come at me with no craziness. But just in general, those are the archetypes for people that work in that industry, in the medical field, whether it's Western, Eastern, homeopathic, naturopathic, Reiki, massage therapy. You could definitely have Aries, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, Pisces energy. Okay. And sometimes Aquarius. You can see that sometimes with the Aquarius. So, any questions now or comments? Huh?
Yeah, Miko Hart said, okay, Virgo rising, Scorpio sun, Capricorn moon, and with the stellium in Sagittarius, or the stellium Sag.
Oh, okay, that's dope. So you got placements like kind of like us a little bit. I'm Virgo, Cap, and Scorpio, but I'm Cap moon, Scorpio rising, Virgo sun. He's the Virgo rising. So that's dope. Yeah, we'll do Virgo rising soon. I'm not going to wait all the way till September. I'll try to go through all the ascendants, at least by finish them up by March or whatever. But I still need to talk about maybe the early next week. We'll see if I could get another show. I was going to do the Capricorn new moon and touch on the cusp of prophecy, Sagittarius Capricorn cusp, which is coming up on the 19th to the 23rd. And a Capricorn new moon is on the 23rd. Okay, so I'll probably maybe talk about that on the 20th. On the 19th, you guys, look in the community. I'm going to be on Anjani Seagrass YouTube channel, Awaken the Dream School. And we're going to do a show together talking about the winter solstice and tantric yoga and breath work for this Capricorn season. And I'll be looking at the Capricorn moon archetype and the new moon and Capricorn energy. So it'll be fun. We really work well together, and she's a really intelligent, brilliant sister. And I love having her here on my channel. I've had her a couple times, and I will be on her channel. I've been on her Instagram, Venus Gemstone, but she's getting tired of Instagram. So I'm going to rock on her YouTube, Awaken the Dream School. So make sure you come Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern for that, Matt Game. And make sure you check that out. And Miko, I would love for you to join too. And yeah. So Miko, I hope you've been a follower or subscribed to the channel.
And we also have another new person,
Who?
Heather Nielsen.
Nielsen?
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Sagittarius rising, Leo sun with Aries and Aries moon.
Oh, Aries moon in the 5th house.
And
okay.
Abraham Robinson is here too.
What's up, Abraham? So welcome, Heather. This is great. I was just talking about your 5th house. I'm about to get to the 6th house, but maybe maybe you could share some insight. I was saying with the 5th house for Aries moon, you could, maybe in high school and college, play some sports. You could be a little accident prone. You could be into all different types of hobbies. And, I want to paint. I want to dance. I want to do sculpting. Aries loves adventure and trying new things. It's very childlike, and it's the pioneering maverick, like young genius energy. They don't like to hear the word no. Your Aries moon is kind of fiery and passionate and assertive, so assertive, aggressive. And you might even initiate dates with your boyfriends or whatever in high school and college, or or girlfriends. I don't like to assume, but and so that could definitely play out that way. Let me know how your Aries moon works out there for you. But you could be really a spark plug for creating new things. The Aries moon in the 5th house can be some really fun, exciting energy. And make sure you watch my Secrets of the Moon Sign series. I did Aries already, and I just put up Libra today, your opposite, which can be good for you in relationships. A Libra moon, not necessarily Libra sun, right? Because you're a Leo sun. Not terrible, but so the 6th house for the Sag rising. Taurus, you guys. This is nice. But Heather, I want you to be honest. The sixth house is your work, your daily routine, health, hygiene, service, your coworkers, your boss, conflicts, divorce, sickness, illness, small pets. It's also your mother's siblings, your aunt and uncle from your maternal side, mommy side, right? With Taurus here, a couple things. You could be crazy carnivore meat eater, or you could be all into nature and be like, not necessarily raw vegan, but vegetarian, right? You can go back and forth depending on the planets there. But you can tend to drive really fast when you're running errands at the grocery store. Heather, you'd be like, whoop, whoop, beep, beep, honking the horn, whipping. You like to drive fast, going to work, and then you're like leaving work and you're going to the gym. Think about you getting in the car in the third house, leaving the home, fourth house, going to work in the sixth house. And it's kind of like between the sixth and 10th, that like work career energy, like you're driving in your car, right? Or if you live in a big city, Heather, like New York, you're on 2 train and this and that or whatever. But that Taurus energy, it's really nice, I think. But health and sicknesses, Heather, make sure you're watching out. If you have any Taurus planets, watch out for the throat, sometimes laryngitis, even the throat chakra. Sometimes Sagittarius risings have issues finding their voice in life. But another side, you could be very artistic for your work and service and daily routine. You could have be in the financial industry, the banking industry. You could be a great chef. You can be into gardening and landscaping, or you could be into interior design and beauty and fabrics, very artistic. Taurus is very nostalgic. They might like to shop at antique shops and like classical music, old school classic rock, old school R&B, old school hip hop, things like that. Um, just all different things. But the Taurus in the sixth house, there's definitely an appreciation. I'm sure you would admit to this, Heather, for arts and culture. You know what I mean? You can be really, and remember, Taurus is very tactile, the 5 senses. So you love fabric, you love things that smell good. And for you, I would say you probably want to spend some time in nature. Sagittarius likes to be outside anyway, and that connects with the Taurus sixth house. You want to put your feet in the grass. You want to, I was just outside today, barefoot, my feet in the dirt, because it really grounds you, and energetically, I find that it helps the lower back and the legs. I feel good after I do it. Kind of sit down by a tree, put my bare feet in the dirt. It's very grounding, but energetically, it does help align the chakras. Okay. So, any comments, Heather? Did she say anything about her sixth
Yeah.
house? Okay. Or
I'd say you're on spot, but my moon falls in the 4th. And then let's see. Miko said, I am new to astrology and YouTube. You found me, and I'm loving Astro Talk.
Oh, cool. Okay. So, okay. So, Heather, you're looking at Placidus. No. Got to look at the whole sign system. Go to astro.com, and that little default button, you click it and put in whole sign. It's more ancient and more accurate. Okay. I'm a Western tropical astrologer, but the Placidus is the interceptions throw it off. So your 4th house is really Pisces. And you can email me, Taylored2U@gmail.com, or you can enter the raffle. You came late. So I'm doing a free mini chart giveaway. I'll be announcing 3 winners on the 24th, 25th, and 26th for a free mini chart, mini career, mini relationship, or mini hater. And all you have to do is follow me on Instagram at Taylored2U Astrology. And I've got to get the graphic up there, and I'll put it in community after the show, but it's already on my Twitter at Taylored2C. Follow me on Twitter at Taylored2C or at Big3 Astrology. And you can just retweet the post, and that enters you into the raffle. On each of those days, in honor of Hanukkah, Christmas, and Kwanzaa, I'll be picking a winner. So if you follow both Instagram and both Twitters, you can get 3 entries. So it increases your chances to win. You just got to follow and like retweet, or, and on the IG, you can comment in there, and then maybe, tag friends or whatever, stuff like that. Okay. So, but yeah, it's a really cool thing. So your 4th house is Pisces, and the 5th house is Aries. Your 6th house is Taurus, right? No interceptions in the whole sign system. And when you do the interceptions in Placidus, it's harder to do different, astrology techniques like annual perfections or even secondary progressions or solar arcs, different things. So trust me, you really want to rock with the whole sign system. It's more accurate and it's muy bueno, Heather. But I'm so excited to meet you and for you to come to my channel. I appreciate you. So the Taurus sixth house, Heather, are you a big meat eater? Are you vegetarian? If you don't mind sharing your diet, do you drive fast to work, Heather? That could definitely happen. Um, so let's get to the seventh house. Now, Heather, you'd have to tell me where your Jupiter is and your Juno, if you know, because Jupiter represents the husband in the birth chart for you. Mars is just the man that you could be physically or sexually attracted to, but Jupiter is the husband. Venus is your love language, Heather. Okay, and so you understand that too, Miko. So when you get to the seventh house, the opposite of Sagittarius for the ascendant, the descendant is Gemini, mutable air sign, right? They talk constantly. That's great because when you have the Gemini in the seventh house, you really want your other half. And sorry, let me explain the seventh house: contracts, negotiations, the marketplace. It's the scales of justice, right? But it's the courthouse, and you have open enemies in the seventh house. But those scales are also what? For measuring the rice, the poultry, the meat, the beans, all that stuff, right? So there's a lot of shopping and business that goes on in the seventh house. And you could see fame in the seventh house. 10th house is fame, like, oh, I know, oh, that's Heather. I know her mother, Mrs. So-and-so, whatever. But the actual fame, like if you guys saw my Michael Jackson video, that Pluto conjunct the sun in the seventh house is what gave Michael Jackson extreme fame. Okay. So Gemini, Sagittarius risings, you want a partner that is sometimes younger than you, very youthful, loves to talk, go on adventures, has a lot of ideas. Gemini, my term of endearment for Gemini, I call them the verbal sluts. It's not hate, it's true love. Because that's what makes Gemini so brilliant, because they'll talk to anybody. They'll talk to the homeless guy. They'll talk to the person at the grocery store, the cab driver, the bus driver, this person, that one, strangers. And they constantly bring in input and information, which is why Geminis really know something about pretty much every subject in the world. They're super smart like that. But they do bite-sized informations, right? It's about ideas. It's 88 days, Mercury, super fast. So the Sagittarius rising definitely can be attracted to a Gemini sun, moon, or rising sign. That's one of the elements of the partners. So if you win the mini relationship chart, and you could pick, if you win, you could pick career, hater, or relationship. But I would look at your seventh house, your Jupiter, your Venus, your Juno, all those types of things, breaking it down. Now, for business, this is great because Gemini is your skills and self-efforts. It's your hands, your wrists, your shoulders, right? Mars is currently here in retrograde, right? I think it's 13 degrees or 12 degrees now. And it will be stationing direct on January 13th. And it will leave March 25th and enter Cancer, which I can't wait. Tired of Mars and Gemini. It's a pain in the butt. But yeah, so, the seventh house is really good for, hand-to-hand exchange, shopping, bargaining, getting good deals, communicating with people. So this is a really good energy. And for the Sagittarius risings, you want a partner that loves to communicate. Okay. And there's a little, the Gemini energy is a little bit more whimsical, where the Sagittarius is more deep and philosophical. You Sagittarius, Heather, are you very philosophical and pretty smart and deep? And Sagittarius energy is very highly intelligent. And we're going to get to that Leo sun in the ninth house, right? Forming that trine. Remember, that's why your Aries is in the fifth house. It's the trine, the easy flow of energy. So it can't be in the fourth, because Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo, all fire sign elements, it makes the triangle in astrology. So now that should make sense for you, okay? So the eighth house. Woo! After Gemini, we get to the Cancer. I'm your private dancer for money. So Cancer, eighth house. And then we'll get back to some more questions. So eighth house is after the marriage. It's intimacy. It's merging. It's power, control, obsession. psychology, sudden events, occult knowledge, anything hidden underground. So ancient oils, plant medicine, astrology, tarot, numerology, human design, white magic, black magic, santeria, brujeria, all of it. Espionage, spies, secrets, lies, CIA, FBI. So when you have Cancer here, and it's also your in-laws, this is where I agree with the Vedic system, sidereal Vedic astrology, right? Because in Western, they say that the in-laws you see them in a ninth house, and it just doesn't really resonate because it's the house after the marriage, and the in-laws are part of that. So that's really, it works better in the eighth house, and that's what you'll tend to see when you really break down and do so many birth chart readings like I've done. Okay. So with the Cancer, I don't know, Heather, if you're married, but you could emotionally be connected to your in-laws. They could be into real estate or banking or teaching or therapy or counseling, some sort of nurturing and caring, healthcare, because Cancer energy is that safety and security, the crab, right? Cardinal water sign, but it's very like divine knowledge, that inner knowing. And but they can be cautious. You know, the crab's always looking sideways because it's not so trusting. Now, when you have Cancer in the eighth house, you can have a deep knowing about astrology and tarot and numerology, or you can find emotional security in investigating these subjects and learning the truth. And you want an emotional connection in your marriage, Sagittarius rising. They really need that. They want to feel that their partner cares for them, nurtures them, and and this is also, you know, the sex life after marriage. So the Cancer is going to be very, you know, it's cardinal, so it initiates, but it's going to be like a lot of massages, a lot of, you know, intimate, deep love, stuff like that, you know. So it's a nice energy to have the Cancer in the eighth house. I don't know if you resonate with that at all, Heather, or experience that if you're married or anything you want to share. Well, William, come on, let's read the comments and stuff. So that's Cancer in the eighth house for you Sagittarius risings.
Wow.
And
so first we're gonna Heather said you're really accurate with everything you're saying, and then Astro Girl Quay, another new person, said Capricorn Sun, Pisces Moon, Sagittarius Rising.
Wait. Pisces Moon, Capricorn Sun. So that's second house. You missed that, so you have to rewind the video. And the Pisces Moon in the fourth house. Okay. That's
Sagittarius Rising.
Sagittarius Rising. Yeah.
Okay, and then
welcome.
Heather
Thank
Nelson
you for coming.
Said, I love steak. Very rare. Yeah.
Oh, very rare. Yeah. Okay.
And
You're a
then
meat eater.
Alana
Okay.
said, each friend you tag, you will get an additional entry in the drawing.
Yes. Oh, yes. And that's true, you guys. If you can follow the Instagram. And for Astro Quay, just so you know, I'm doing a free giveaway in honor of Hanukkah, Christmas, and Kwanzaa. I'll be giving away a free mini birth chart reading. I'll announce a winner each day on the 24th, 25th, and 26th, and you can choose either a mini career, mini relationship chart, or a mini hater chart. And you just have to follow me on Instagram at Taylored2U Astrology. And after the show, I'll put it up in community so you see the graphic, and I'll try to get it on Instagram tonight. I've just been having some technology issues. I don't know why I couldn't get over there, but that's neither here nor there. But you tag friends, you follow, and just put in a little comment on the graphic you see. And you can, do that same thing with the Twitter, retweet it and comment and say you want to, be entered into the drawing. Because, it's Black Santa, y'all. I'm giving away some free charts. I did a free webinar on December 3rd on Pluto and Aquarius and Saturn and Pisces. And, it's the holiday season. We got to get ready for 2023. And, I'm very appreciative. All you guys, if you've subscribed here, I appreciate it. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Hit the like button on this live now for me, you guys. And then also when it's done, after it's posted, please come back and comment, even if it's just a thumbs up or fire emoji or thanks, Eric, great live, because it does help me grow and build the lives and the algorithm, and I appreciate it. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Heather said, I consider myself a nerd, LOL. I like to read a lot. And then Heather said, I love it. I love my in-laws. I have a Leo stellium in the 8th house.
Oh, okay. So that Leo stellium would be in your 9th house, Miss Heather. But okay, that's dope. I'm telling you, you're gonna see your chart in a whole different way. You gotta hit me up. When you see it in the 9th house, the whole sign system, it's gonna blow your mind. Okay, because I see the Placidus has thrown your chart all which way and indifferent. So because remember I told you the trine of energy, 1st house, 5th house, and 9th house. It's the triangle. Okay. So let's get to the 9th house. And I'm glad you're connected to the in-laws. Do you know you want to share what your in-laws do for a living? Was it any of the things that I mentioned? The teaching, the therapy, the counseling, real estate, even senior center, PT, OT, like all types of stuff around the Cancer energy. But yeah, you could definitely see that. Even banking, Cancers get into banking a lot, just like Tauruses do and Capricorns. So the 9th house, you guys, for the Sagittarius rising, really interesting energy. And you learn a lot from the 9th house in astrology is your father's teachings, your wisdom, and Heather, you said it, right? You like to read a lot because you like to gain knowledge and your heart is into it, right? The Leo 9th house. So just think of it like that. But it's your father's teachings, it's beliefs, philosophy, wisdom, higher learning, master's, PhD. It's foreign lands travel 50 miles or further from your home. You'll go on a vacation, a pilgrimage. It's usually to learn. 12th house is the foreign lands, sometimes for business and travel and moving sometimes as well. And the 9th house too. And this 9th house, you guys, is also the second marriage. You can see that there. But you also see publishing in the 9th house, your gurus, your shamans, your professors, your teachers. 9th house is deep. It kind of like unlocks the blessings of the birth chart. So with Leo here for Sagittarius risings, okay, you can be very creative about your beliefs and philosophies. Depending on what your parents taught you, if your heart's not in it, you can rebel against it. You can definitely have a deep connection, especially if your son's here. You can have, I have to see the whole chart and other planets, but you could have, a connection, deep connection with your dad. You can actually write and publish a book that is very creative. And remember, the 9th house is the law. You could get into government and politics, research, entertainment. Okay, you might travel abroad and like find like a father type figure in another country, or someone that really connects to your heart, right? Your heart chakra. So like every time you travel abroad, you're like, oh my gosh, I got to go back to Turkey. I got to go back to Brazil and Costa Rica. I just love it. My heart just connects to it. And you can learn and, you can become the creative authority. Remember, the Leo energy, you guys, loves the spotlight, but it's very generous. Leo, it's a fixed fire sign, kind of stubborn, but it's very creative and it's very connected to politics and entertainment. Okay. So that's an interesting energy for the Sag rising, and really nice because remember, you would associate the 1st house with Aries, the 5th house with Leo, the 9th house with Sag. So it's still the fire element with the Sag rising. It's just Sag, Aries, Leo. Okay. Now the 10th house, you're getting into the square here from the 1st house to the 10th house. The 10th house is Virgo, the virgin, the lyrical surgeon. Of course, we're just splurging. So Virgo in the 10th house. Now, your midheaven doesn't have to be in the 10th. It could be 9th, 10th, or 11th. Now, if you were born North or South Pole, it could be 12th house or 7th house. Excuse me, I've never seen that. I've only seen 9th, 10th, and 11th. Okay, so if your midheaven's in the 9th or the 11th, you kind of merge it with the 10th. That kind of tells a story of your career. But the 10th house is not always the midheaven and it's not always the career, but it is always the workplace, work environment, the relationship with your father, your reputation, your public image, how you're known in the world, right? That's the fame, and your legacy. Okay. It's also the government, the authority. It's the highest point of the chart, right? Capricorn, associated with Capricorn, but you have Virgo here. So let's just say your midheaven's here. Virgo, Sagittarius, Virgo midheaven, you're going to be very logical, analytical, precise. Sometimes, the whole self-critical, overly critical, of others. You can strive for perfection, but the Virgo 10th house, you can be of service to people in public. So you could work in the service industry, and that could be medical. A lot of Virgo 10th house, you can see, especially the moon, a lot of nurses, people that work with senior citizens, daycare, but also you can see a lot of accountants for Sag rising, because remember, Jupiter rules finance. Sagittarius is very good with business and numbers, right? Heather said she was a nerd. She's really intelligent. Do you have any planets in Virgo, Heather, in your 10th house? Let me know. But so the 10th house Virgo, you can really be very detailed and logical and analytical, and just, break things down. The accountant, the financial advisor, financial planner, the doctor, the nurse, the nutritionist, right? Virgo, the virgin, is the wheat in the medicine. You could be a little bit of a health nut. You could work in the health industry. You could be a trainer at a gym. You can also be a good writer, and because it's Mercury, right? You can, what do you call it? You can be a film critic, a food critic. So you could see that with Sagittarius risings, okay? So just, consider that energy, and we'll go back to the chat before we get to the 11th and 12th house. But yeah, Virgo 10th house is pretty cool. And maybe Astro, Quay, and Heather, you can let me know where your midheaven's at. If it's in the 10th house or 9th or 11th or whatever.
Okay, so Miko said, I know this is for Sag Rising, but I feel like this is for me too. And then
cool.
Astro Girl Quay said, I'll be sure to subscribe and have a second house stellium, Capricorn Sun, Venus, Mars, Uranus, Neptune.
Whoa, wow, Quay, you should hit me up for birth chizzy.
And then Heather said, my mill works for the USDA and works one-on-one with crop production, and my FIL ranches.
Father-in-law. So the mother-in-law works for the USDA. Okay. And then the father-in-law works for who?
For one crop production, and my father-in-law ranches. Yeah.
Very much Cancer, right?
And then Heather said,
because Cancer likes to provide the food and nurtures and cares. That's dope.
And then Heather said, to Astro Girl Quay, I didn't know you were Sag Rising too. Then Astro Girl Quay said, hey Heather, and yes ma'am, LOL. And then Astro Girl Quay said, I have a Virgo midheaven, 9th house at 29 degrees. Then Heather said, no wonder you're a goddess, LOL. And then Astro Girl Quay said, oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's what I love. Matt Gaiman would tell you guys, because all my regulars aren't here tonight. This is what happens on Taylored2U Astrology. In the chat, everybody becomes friends and communicates with one another. And that's what I love, because this is knowledge is love, And I'm glad that, Miko, you felt like you're relating to this as well. And that's what it's all about, you guys, And I would invite all you guys to come January 14th to Astrological Coffee Talk. It's only $15. February will be my 1-year anniversary, so the price is going to go up a little bit. But, we meet for 90 minutes or more over Zoom. I teach an astrology lesson. Haven't chosen the lesson yet for January, but it'll be Saturday, January 14th, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. It's over Zoom. You just book it directly at Taylored2Coaching@gmail.com. You can pay PayPal or Cash App. And my Cash App is down in there, $T2UC. The PayPal is my email, Taylored2Coaching@gmail.com. And it's great. I've built an amazing community. We talk astrology and just build and support each other and share. We look at birth charts. I give you multiple examples. And then I also, I really teach to all levels. So if you don't know that much astrology, you're more than welcome, because I really explain things and teach it. And if you're high level, I got some people who know astrology back and forth and into Vedic that come. And, we just chop it up and we have a stone groove, baby. It's a lot of fun. Okay. I'm really proud of it. And February will make my 1 year anniversary of Astrological Coffee Talk with Eric. And you guys can email me if you want.
Oh,
You could,
another new person.
another new person. You could purchase a sticker. My stickers are only $1 for Astrological Coffee Talk with Eric. Okay. And then my Knowledge is Love sticker podcast. My beautiful wife made them for me. They're really cool. You can email me at taylored2ucoaching@gmail.com. They stick well on the water bottle, even when the water drips down, they don't bubble up. The stickers are nice. And I'm working on my wife again. She's amazing. She does a lot of things, but she's great with business branding and designing stuff. So she's going to actually design my t-shirt so I can get some merch for you guys. I'm going to start off with just 2 colors, black and white, but I'm going to have a nice little, Taylored2U Astrology t-shirts, and a little cool little design. So stay tuned for that. That's coming in 2023. Things are rocking. So
Anyway,
go ahead.
Tammy Leonard said Sag with Sag Rising.
Hey, Tammy Leonard, welcome. Nice to meet you. I'm Eric Taylor, another Sag Rising, Sun in the first house. Woo. Okay. Well, you have to rewind it back to the beginning. You missed a lot because we're up to the 11th house now. But if you want to share any of your placements, like your sun is in the first house, I'll talk about that. But if you want to share your moon or anything else, let me know, okay? And we'll talk about it. So let's get to and I'll get to your sun in the first house for Sag Risings because I know a little something about that. But the 11th house is Libra. So what's the 11th house, you guys? Your hopes, dreams, wishes, politics, philanthropic work, nonprofit, the community, astrology, aliens, UFOs. It's your older sibling, your father's younger brother. It's stepchildren. It is the arena, the big stage, like the arena, big events. It's the internet, right? That's why I have Astrological Coffee Talk over Zoom, because I have an 11th house stellium in Virgo as the Scorpio rising. See how that works? So when you have Libra, Sag risings, you can have very balanced and harmonious and peaceful relationships with your older siblings. 11th house is older siblings, sorry. 3rd house, younger siblings and cousins and all that. But 11th house, older siblings. But also your friends, your social network. These are the friends that you might hang out with after work that may support you in your career. The 11th house, it's about the networking. This is like Meetup, the Learning Annex, groups you join on Facebook or IG or Twitter, all that type of stuff, because it is the internet. This is astrology. So with Sagittarius risings having Libra here, you like to do social things with your friends. You kind of, that's Venus, right? So one, you can make some money with your friends. You might like to plan events or go out shopping or dancing or plays, museums, concerts with your friends. You also can really do some business over the internet, right? Depending on what planets you have here in Libra and what's opposing it in the 5th house, and what you have in the 3rd, you could have an Etsy shop. Maybe you make jewelry. Maybe you do t-shirts. Maybe whatever it is you do, right? You can sell it over the internet. Let's say if you had Jupiter or Venus in Libra, Mercury in Libra, things like that. Mars in Libra. Mars in Libra here, it's more passive aggressive, but it's great for networking. Mars in the 11th house is like a mover and shaker. Like, oh, I got to meet this person. I got to meet that person. Oh, I'm friends with so-and-so, this one, and this one's running for Congress. I know so-and-so. That's like you know what I mean? That's the Libra Venus energy. And if you had Mars there, Mars is like, boom, boom, boom. It's the soldier, the warrior, the general. It's assertive, aggressive. It's that action energy. So, but Libra here, you could also see an environmental lawyer, someone that joins, a nonprofit and runs it, someone who is a wedding planner, right? Sagittarius risings, right? They could be a wedding planner, depending on what you have here in the 11th house. This is a nice energy. And usually, that Libra friend energy, it's going to be, for the most part, positive. Now, you could have some friends, be mindful of this, that are little passive aggressive, but for the most part, I think, and Sagittarius rising sometimes can be great social workers because of this Libra energy here too. Okay. Um, yeah, Libra energy is really great for planning things and events. They know how to make things aesthetically beautiful, right? So for you guys, Sagittarius rising, you might want to have really pretty pictures on your Facebook page and your Instagram, your social media. You're always decorating, and you might switch your photos a lot. You like to make sure you take nice pictures for your even here for your YouTube thing, right? Heather and Astro Craig, so that can definitely happen. And you could have good relationships and partnerships, and sometimes a friendship can turn into a romantic relationship or a marriage. You could be friends first, or you can meet your partner over the internet. I met my wife over Match.com. I don't have Libra there, neither does she, but just to give you an example, okay? And I know, now there's so many other dating websites, but I don't know all the names because I've been married for over 14 years now. So, now the 12th house, Scorpio. Oh, yeah. So let's break down the 12th house. This is your loss of debt, loss of energy, self-undoing. It is bed pleasures for sleeping and for sex. It's foreign lands for import and exports. It is dreams, fantasies, jails, hospitals, isolation, ashrams, monasteries, right? Prison. This is the subconscious and unconscious mind. Hidden enemies, right? Remember the hater mini chart? Hidden enemies in the 12th house. 11th house, sometimes fake friends. 6th house, the enemies at work or the boss. 7th house, the open enemies, the ones you see coming, like the marriage partner, the sister-in-law, the brother-in-law, that type of stuff. So in the 12th house, it's hidden enemies and your hidden talents. The Sagittarius rising has to learn to bring that Scorpio energy out and share it with the rest of the chart. And this is how you heal your inner child, right? You got to go through your Chiron wound, your true Black Moon Lilith, your Pluto, but that 12th house, think of the last 5 degrees like being back in your mother's womb, you guys. The Scorpio, which is about power and money and intimacy, but also healing. So your hidden enemies could have Scorpio Sun, Moon, or Rising, or Scorpio Stellium. Your hidden talents, Sagittarius Risings, you guys love to investigate. You love to research. You have this empathic sensibility. You can be very good healers. Sagittarius risings could be great therapists, counselors, right? You can do great work with massage therapy, Reiki, intuitive healers, energy workers, all types of stuff, even astrologers. Okay. The Sagittarius, Scorpio in the 12th house is a very deep energy, especially if you've got planets here in the 12th. Okay. And you guys, Heather and Astro Quay and anybody else, if you have this, let me know if you have any Scorpio placements here. We can talk about it. So back to Tammy, right? And Tammy, you can let me know if you have anything in the 12th house. But that Sagittarius, so that's the whole 12th house wheel, you guys. Okay. And remember, you want to use the whole sign system. Go to astro.com, and in the default button, you put whole sign system. It will just say whole sign. And, because you don't want to deal with the Placidus and the interceptions. It's a more modern Western astrology, but you want the authentic whole sign system. It's more ancient, right? When they found all the old books back from ancient Kemet, Alexandria, Babylon, Hellenistic astrology, all the old writings, all the old birth charts, they use the whole sign system. So it's coming back in a big way. And it's more accurate and more ancient, and it will change your life. Trust me, especially Heather. You gotta, check that out. You'll really, oh my God, you'll really enjoy that. Okay. So, and again, you guys can always hit me up, Taylored2Coaching@gmail.com, and definitely enter into the raffle. So we'll get to questions in a second, but real quick before we go, I'll answer questions for another 5 minutes.
Irene too.
Okay. Hey, Irene. I'm so glad some of my regulars are showing up. We have Matt Gaiman and Irene. I don't know where Danny and Steven are at. I'm talking about Steven's Rising. But but Irene, say hello to the new people. We got Tammy and Heather and Miko and Astro Quay. Is it Astro Quay?
Astro Girl Quay.
Astro Girl Quay. But Astro Girl Quay, I think you've been here before, no? I thought you've been here before.
I think so.
I think
But anyway.
so. Yeah. So anyway, let me get to Tammy. The sun on the ascendant. So early years, you could be a little self-centered, right? That's what happens when you have the sun on the ascendant, right? Because it's the I am energy, and the sun is the ego, personality, identity, right? So you're self-centered, self-focused. But the sun in the first house can make you very competitive, highly intelligent. You could be very close to your father, Tammy. You can I'd like to know where your Jupiter's at, but it can really make you super intelligent with a lot of wisdom and very philosophical. Like you could literally be a philosopher. You could be a teacher, a college professor, but also biology and finance could be big themes in your life too, But when you have the sun in the ascendant, the theme is it's on you. Now I'd have to look at your north and south node, but in this lifetime, it's about you, Tammy.
Oh, okay. Irene said, gonna listen later. Hey Truth, hope y'all are good. By the way, Eric, I did whole sign system and did not resemble at all or resonate at all.
I know, Irene, but you know what? You got to do it with me, and I'll walk you through it. I'll New York talk you through it. Because I used to rock with the Placidus, and then when I studied with my astrology teacher, and then I started to really break it down and understand the whole sign system, I was like, oh, now it makes sense. But I read your email. I know. We'll talk, Irene. But you got to email me your chart information, and I can break it down for you.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so Astro Quay said Jupiter in Scorpio 11th house and Pluto in Scorpio 12th house, but I suppose they are both 12th house using whole sign house system.
Exactly, right? You can't have Scorpio in two houses.
And then she said Libra part fortune.
Oh, Libra part of fortune. That's good.
And then Heather said...
So wait, real quick. So your part of fortune, spiritual and or financial blessings can come through the groups, the networks, organizations, and the internet. Okay? Go ahead.
Okay. Then Heather said Leo part of fortune, 8th house.
Yeah. So that'd be 9th house, Leo part of fortune.
And then Tammy said Aquarius moon.
Oh, Tammy, you're one of those. You would love coming to Astrological Coffee Talk, Tammy. The next one is Saturday, January 14th. We got a bunch of Aquarius moon people. I love you, Aquarius moons. I have the 11th house stellium in Virgo, so I relate to the Aquarius energy. But Aquarius moons, you guys are brilliant. So, Tammy, I probably wasn't too far off. You do some research, or you could be the philosopher, the scientist, technology. Aquarius moon in the 3rd house. Okay, I get you, Tammy. I see how you rock. You know that the moon is in its planetary joy, Tammy, in the 3rd house. So, that's also the adult relationship with your mom. Now, the Aquarius moon is a little cold and detached. So, forgive mom, give her grace. She might have been a little distant sometimes. But, and Tammy, do you have any half siblings or step siblings or cousins that are like family?
I'm not sure yet. Okay, anyway, Tammy said empaths, and then Tammy said my Scorpio is in Venus and Neptune.
Me too, Tammy. Okay, so we're around the same age. I got the Venus and Neptune and Scorpio on the ascendant.
And then Astro Girl Quay said, hey, Irene. And then Tammy said Jupiter in Taurus, and then Tammy said, I love to know philosophy, history, helping people. Yes.
Yeah, I know. That Neptune Venus 12th house, Tammy, and Aquarius moon. I know, girl, you're deep. You should definitely come to Coffee Talk, and should take advantage of my birth chart sale until December 31st, okay? Just email me directly, Taylored2Coaching@gmail.com. It'd be a pleasure to meet you and do your chart. Hey, listen, live birth chart readings, it's only $90 until December 31st over Zoom, okay? 60 minutes. And you get videos of your placements. So, but make sure you guys all enter the raffle. I have to put it up on Instagram. What's up, Israel? How you doing, man? Happy holidays. I wish you guys really a safe holiday season. please come check me out Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, on Awaken the Dream School on YouTube with Miss Anjani Seagrass. I put it in my community. We're going to be talking about a lot about the winter solstice, the Capricorn new moon, Capricorn moon in general, the archetype. And she's going to break down things with breath work and tantric yoga. She's no joke. Together we're no joke. It's going to be dope. It's going to be no joke. You know, and then I'll be back on, I think, if not the 19th, probably Tuesday night, the 20th. Might be my last show before Christmas. It will be my last show before Christmas. I'll only do one show next week on Tuesday night. And I'll be probably talking about the Capricorn new moon. And I might get in real quick the cusp of prophecy. You know, when the cusps come, I like to talk about it. So the Sagittarius Capricorn cusp, right? The great benefic in Jupiter and the great malefic in Saturn. Sagittarius Capricorn cusp people are freaking brilliant. You guys are no joke. So I'll probably talk about that. And of course, the Capricorn new moon, which is on the 23rd. Okay. So yeah. But any quick other questions or comments? But I
Israel said I'm good, and same to you.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. And yeah, please. Hey, enter yourself into the raffle. You follow me on Instagram at Taylored2U Astrology. Follow me and retweet, or send out both tweets today from Taylored2C, right? It's Taylored2U Coaching on Twitter, but it's Taylored2C, and at Taylored2C, and also at Big3 Astrology. But I will put the graphic here in community in about 5 minutes. Please make sure you guys like this, share it.
Well, one more. Miko said, you and your family have a wonderful holiday. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you, Miko. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And keep coming back. I normally try to do twice a week. I'm usually like Tuesday, Wednesday, and then either Friday, Saturday, anywhere from like 7:30 p.m. Eastern to 9 p.m. Eastern. I normally walk around 8 p.m. Eastern, but you know, sometimes I'll come on a little early, but you know, usually in that range between 7:30 and 9 p.m. Eastern, and I would come on, you know, for about an hour, sometimes over, you know. But this was fun, you guys, and please check me out Sunday night with Miss Anjani Seagrass on Awaken the Dream School. It's going to be a lot of fun on her YouTube channel, and yeah, have a good weekend. Get your last minute gifts, you know, and be safe out there. Now remember, Jupiter is getting ready to go to Aries December 20th. So maybe get your last chances at some lottery tickets, you know, set your spiritual intentions and routines and rituals for 2023. Get ready for March 7th when Saturn enters Pisces. You have to have your spiritual disciplines in place. Muy importante. All right. Episode 104, Knowledge is Love, Sagittarius Rising Sign, chart ruler Jupiter. I'm out. Peace. Later.
All right. Bye, guys.